The buy coming through, and we're going to see just a single Molotov here. Kevlar elsewhere, no upgraded pistols. And SunPayus will be carrying the utility.
We know what he's going to do with that, don't we, Henry? He's going to be cheeky with this. He's going to go through the floor. You can do it at ESL,
I know it's
but
a
not
controversial
a blast.
move.
Legal.
Referee will say play on.
Graham Pitt, double thumbs up.
Yep. And it's absolutely fine. Good flash coming through as well. Going for that B split potentially now as Snappy leading the charge. The CTs take control of stairs. Otherwise, Grimbo knows he's probably got a fight on his hands here from multiple directions.
That SunPayus again. So quick on the trigger is the Spaniard. He's got two more on his plate, but Tabson quick to the click. 4-on-4, Madden late mid. Prosus clears him out, but can't hit the shot. Quick one again on the Glock, and nice elevated angle. Not for Snappy, though. No problems finding Tabson. Oh, what's going on? One-on-one, dycha. It was Sin that found two. Fakes him out. dycha trying to play a wicked game here with the sound cues. As knows mantuu's off the bomb. And doesn't have a kit for this dycha. He's just playing it very well. Sound, solid counter-strike for the close. ENCE, they get that T-side pistol, and a roar erupts here.
Was that Madden?
I think it must have been.
All right, well, Madden throwing some words over the fence between the two sides. But that was a great pistol. It seemed too easy, didn't it? Molly comes through. This is the kill.
What?
Yeah. Fortunate. I'll give him that much. What a flick that was. But CTs with a decent retake attempt there. It wasn't a comfortable finish by any stretch. dycha does come out on top in the 1v1, but the force spike for Big in the second. We're going to have Deagles and the Scout as well. mantuu, bit of a beast with the weapon as well, looking to line a few tags here, maybe a few headshots. Tabson with the same mentality here, trying to shoot over the smoke, but Madden beats him to the punch. Nice shot to open things up here.
I really like the way that the A-ramp meta has evolved, and it's going to change completely when we move in towards CS2, right? We talk a lot about these under-the-board smokes, two different variations, a deep and a close one, depending on the type of fights that you're looking for. And speaking of fights, that does get another! That's a 5-7 straight between the eyes.
Lovely work. Well, they need to try and recover that weapon if possible, knowing it's not going to be easily retrieved. Smoking off the angle instead, and Snappy continues to push up the ramp here. Everyone from ENCE available for the final commitment towards A, but bear in mind, mantuu's here with the Scout. His vision should be blocked momentarily, and the flashbangs are deployed, and so are ENCE.
If he'd had landed a tag with a Scout, that HE becomes so much more valuable as well to stop the plant. Prosus, a forward push. Can't finish off NertZ. That signature MP7 comes into action. The HE chips away at dycha. They are low. All susceptible to these lesser weapons, but ENCE with that bomb down, a man advantage as well. It doesn't look fun to try and fight your way back into this. Grimbo, he's having a little look towards the short side, but it seems that the rest of his teammates are more concerned about maintaining the Kevlar and having another go.
Be careful when you hang around in environments like this. Grimbo should be able to get out of dodge here without any dramas. But yeah, you don't want to get caught on your way out the door when you're looking to hold on to these upgrades. So it's all good in the hood. Plenty of space for Grimbo to stretch his legs. 3 players will stay alive for Big. They can go for a double dip and continue to be threatening into round number 3. But Malden, I think as Twitch chat like to call him, was even throwing out an NS. So you see, even though he wants to throw the banter, he's still respectful.
Honourable man.
Indeed, he is. Very nice guy is Madden. All the ENCE lads are gentlemanly.
It's all handshakes outside the server. We all know that. At least most of us do.
Haven't been brawls in Counter-Strike for years. Like maybe
the
even decades
party,
at this point.
Scrap.
It's been a long time.
Let's see whether Big can cause a ruckus here. Round number 3. As Chad mentioned, they do have some residual weaponry from the previous round. Still got the mantuu Scout as well. And trying to combative over towards this B side of the map. The Molotov to flush out any close-range players here. Same story with the HEs towards Tetris, and we'll see whether they can inflict any sort of damage. But the CTs are rotating over. Nice smoke as well to slow them right down. They might have to reassess their options here. Starting to peel away with B steps still under their remit. NertZ will hold position as they just slow things down as this smoke dissipates.
Yeah, we'll establish the boost. You can just park Snappy here for now. Sin to be tested. Look at this barrage of Molotovs. He's got nowhere to stand, completely blinded. A great shot out of Grimbo, a jumping pluck from the air with the deagle. B-side is lost. Bomb on NertZ, getting it down default as we speak. And what the hell? That was actually some damage. Must have been through 3 or 4 layers of metal. This is an opportunity for prosus that Just a bit narrow miss on the head. It leaves mantuu alone at spawn. Just going to hold on to that scout.
Well, there we go. Well handled from ENCE. The dream start, the 3-0 confirmed. mantuu, even though he saves a scout, you're not going to be wanting to use that in the next round, right, Chad? He's not going to bring that in the next gun round. Would he hold on to it?
I don't think so.
It's a tough call, isn't it? You can make it work, but it's the first gun round, and you've got enough resources. You want to have the firepower. Like, it's a weird one, really.
I have something that we might be able to bring up. This is more CS2 related, and
Sure.
we're just talking about ramp one ways, and there's still going to be some variations available. I'm not sure if it is possible. We can bring it up at any point. There's no real rush on it. We can bring it up throughout the half. But some people have been experimenting with CS2 smokes on the CT side and ways to deploy them to make things a little bit trickier, a little bit more difficult for the Ts to be able to scale up. And this is what's going to happen when we make our way into CS2. There's going to be a whole lot more exploring, right? So here it is. So it's this railing mainly. You can throw this in a bunch of different ways, but you'll see this, right? It lands on that railing above the ramp, and then when it plumes, if you play on that back rail as a CT like he is right now, you'll be able to see them creeping up under the smoke, right? So there still will be some one-way variations, but let's get back into the game. I don't want to hog too much time here talking about CS2. Look at that, perfect. Couldn't have been better, actually. Great job, production.
Beautiful. And that is 2 from Snappy. The Snappy Mac-10, Hank, it continues to find scouts.
I feel like Mac-10 is underutilized in top-level CS. Like, Snappy really understands when you have control of the finances, especially the 3-0 start, that's the first thing to go is the helmet. So, lovely stuff. Opens things up here, takes down prosus. He's been looking sharp towards his 8 side of the map. Yeah, it's to post around, and tabseN trying to take matters into his own hands at the top of said ramp. They'll actually start to push down, I would say. They're losing intel here. Don't have much to work with. As we see a rotation from ENCE, they will go back towards the B-bomb side. That execution, we know, is pitch perfect as they try and contest for the B steps first. The Molotovs are still available, the smokes as well. It's the star player, though, Crimbo, one of the absolute experts of B play. He times the grenade to perfection. Couldn't get much more out of it.
Yeah, that was sublime. Smoke, though, could have been the death of him. Crimbo gets away towards the generators. mantuu swallowing flashbangs. A great find from Crimbo, and he does find the second as well. Snappy crossing quad plucked from the pack. SunPayus with the equalizer. Well aware that 2 are committing from main side. A gap around the smoke that works well for Crimbo. NertZ is the one to find tabseN. Running it.
Yeah, get out of there. Crimbo's too good.
They have to go B, though. The time, 25 seconds. They have to go. Wait, is dycha pivoting? He is. He's going to try and get this over towards A here. Footsteps are going to be heard. NertZ will be trying to deal with the rotators.
Oh, SynthZ not going to be there in time. NertZ is going to have a prime opportunity here. Likely going to consider it. Looking good here, SynthZ. Oh, he takes the fight, hits the wall bang. A big contribution, but NertZ has already managed to isolate the duel. And the Molotov, you're right, Chad. Could catch him off here, though. SynthZ, oh, the crab walk was just not quick enough. And now NertZ, oh, he just looked away. Punished for it, and Big Clan will have that 10-second defuse.
Yeah, this is going to come through here. I'm just jumping in the server to make sure, because it could have been fine without that defuse kit, or could have, yeah, fine in terms of a fine margin. You can see here plenty of time, even had a buffer. So no dramas as Big will get the first round.
Bear in mind, though, that was the quote-unquote bonus situation for ENCE. They had Galil's Mac-10 that comes down to 1v1, a very possible one for them as well. But that was a great B-hole from Crimbo. He saved the day. He was left alone on an island there, managed to get 3 kills in total, didn't take any damage, forces them back in towards A. Sure, ENCE got the bomb down, but couldn't hold on to it. It's going to be the first round for Big, but a compromised buy going forward. And we'll see where they've taken the heavy hits. It's going to be prosus with MP9, no AWP available for mantuu, and just 1 kit here. So they've got enough utility, and we'll see if they can find consecutive rounds here. As ENCE bring out a nice full buy of a SunPayus sniper rifle in hand.
And he's trying to take that ramp space. He's got a lovely little gap around the smokes to continue his crawl. Molly close. Playing the fade. prosus forward position with this SMG. Deadly at this range. So is Madden. Spots out prosus. Applying some pressure. tabseN trying to bail him out as well with some spam.
Someone just copped a dink there. A very light dink indeed, but there was flak damage to the headers. Rerouting now. They're going to take the duel from top ramp.
Yeah, they are just running down. Could be a perfect fight for prosus. No flashes there.
Everyone's
now,
here.
With tabseN's help, they found the opening kill. Completely cuts ENCE out of the A site.
Interesting how they've been stalling each other out. You see the combination, the layering of these smokes so big, staying active. Have been able to hold ENCE at bay for now, but still looking to execute.
Yeah, they don't have anything left.
Timing!
What a shot!
God, yeah. They didn't have the utility to push them back here, so trying to find yet another frag. You'll take that exchange. The MP9 finds another one, but SunPayus strikes back. 3 versus 3, 25 seconds remain here. tabseN, he's up close and personal with the M4, swings for the challenge, gets the first one, but surrounded here. But NertZ fighting back. The bomb to be planted, just one player remains on the big side. That's going to be Crimbo. The HE doesn't quite deny the plant, but takes NertZ down to 16 points of health.
Gosh, so close to finding him on the spam. And he's only got 5 bullets. We'll have to reload. No kit.
Yeah.
On there, close short. It's a SunPayus round. Man, oh man, he keeps racking up the frags. I think you saw him in the feed at the start. He gets the close as well.
Where did Sin die?
Good question.
Because his death was the one that SunPayus almost got for free there as they were scaling up. So it's curious to see where that kill came into action. Okay, so yeah, just trying to transition to get towards headshot to try and help out his teammates. Gets caught looking a little bit silly there. So Sin's death is probably one of them that you would have liked to have maybe had a bit more info on.
That's pretty much full reset as well for Pig.
Oh yeah, that hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, like you're bottom of the barrel here. This is like the worst spot to be in. You're on the CT side, you're 4-1 down, and you lose that round. You're going to get 2,900 next, so you have no choice but get a deagle at the very top end here. But a nice idea, but an often check boost. As Snappy, once again with the MAC-10, it's going to be dycha to join him as they gain control of the A ramp once again. Now they've got both SMGs this side of the map. Suggests they might go elsewhere with the rifles, and the boost doesn't work out. Doesn't even land a shot. dycha's going to continue the push here, looking to mow them all down, farming that cash with the SMGs. Money in the bag, round as well. It's an absolute heist, as Crimbo will be the last man remaining here with a deagle and spawn.
So you recoil there when he missed that shot, Alex. prosus has been really sharp on the pistols, and then he tried a deagle and it betrayed him.
Yeah.
The 5.7s really offered him up more often than not. Should have stuck with the pocket rocket.
Yeah, I think it's also just a question of like it was on so much of a silver platter, like too much of a free kill that he overcooked it.
And we all know about overcooking the pooch.
No one wants to be leaving their pooch overcooked.
Did you try a Rushly cookie or did you arrive too late?
I was very jealous of the cookies.
I have
saw
all the
Henry's
theatrics.
I contributed to baking them. Yes, I should probably try one, right?
The egg situation that you did was great. I know that Rush did it better, but yeah, I loved it. I love that you brought that theatrics to the episode.
Yeah, there was a bit of juggling in there as well. I was juggling eggs at one point. I didn't make it to the final cut.
You didn't?
Yeah,
Rush probably looked too stressed out on
too
the film.
dangerous for TV. I think. They didn't want people to try it at home.
Yeah, they'd have to put one of those warnings about stuntmen, professionals.
But I could bake some more. I have all the ingredients to do so.
It looked like there was a lot out of the mixture we had.
Mate,
we had like 12 or something.
Yeah, I think in total I was able to bake 14.
Wow, okay. Yeah, hopefully we'll try one after this. We'll see what happens. He just took the silencer off his M4. Is he going to play like that?
Is it a meme?
Check. That would be super weird.
Hey, why would you do that?
Like, he committed to it as well. I watched him do it in spawn. Either way, not even sure who it was, to be honest. But we'll get into the round. 5-1. And it's going to be an interesting... We've got the 2 SMGs again. I know I bang on about the helmets a lot, but there's not a single helmet on the CT side here. Yeah. And you're up against 2 MAC-10s. Like, those are like guaranteed frags. If you can get a flashbang in as jump through a smoke, like, it's super difficult to hold them back.
If they do this B execute now that they have so much B lobby control, right, you can laden the site with flames. You see this a lot. You see an awful lot of Molotovs come in. A smoke at the ready as well. So this could just be the B pop and explode. Sin and Crimbo about to get run down. Crimbo holding onto a smoke is key.
Forced into it, we'll be able to extinguish. That smoke has bought Crimbo some space, some time. As Sin, his partner in crime, it has to be Sin, but what is that? SunPayus obscured by the smoke, he still hits the shot. ENCE are going to get themselves up to 6 already, and this T side, it looks well refined, it looks considered, and Madden's even hunting to take more away. Madden down, mantuu survives for a moment, but there is more to come. NertZ in this off angle,
They're getting hunted, look, all around them.
Locked in a box here. prosus even cooking up a smoke just to hope you can peek around it from every angle. Oh, baited the AWP shot. prosus holding on. mantuu now all alone just to hold on to the AWP. He's doing everything he can. Still goes down eventually.
So worth for ENCE as well. We saw how much money they farmed in the previous round. 4 kills on the MAC-10. A couple more in this round as well. dycha breaches the B bomb site with nothing more than the SMG in hand, and it's just a beautiful display. Exactly what we talked about. He's at the tip of the spear, running through the smokes and the flashbangs, taking them down at range and locking in these remaining CT players, holding on to their weapons desperately. And sure, it comes down to the 1v1, but certainly worthy sacrifices here, as it has to be another half buy for Big. dycha with the MAC-10 once again, but there is at least some upgraded weaponry on the CT side. 5.7s and deagles, some smokes to work with, but Big getting blown out of the water here in the first half of Vertigo. But Crimbo, he's fighting back.
Always. Got a bit of fight in him, hasn't he? Crimbo finds a lovely headshot. And pushing the issue, SunPayus will punish.
It's good info, but there's so much time in the round that ENCE don't have to rush the issue regarding the utility they have, the space that they don't have yet. They have all the advantages to close this one out, but it looks like they are congregating to hit this. That's a massive nade. They're in a lot of drama right now.
Really good chunk taken out of them, and they're committing into this sin with a prime position. It's only the body shot. Snappy gets away on 10 HP. Maybe there's more from Mantu's 5.7. Look at the HP. Come on, prosus. And that 5.7 has made this a 1v1. This would be one hell of a clutch. One hell of a clutch for the young gun. Dancing around, NertZ has got patience, an iron will, and just like that, it prevails. A 7th comes through, a valiant attempt out of prosus.
That's so sick for NertZ though, just knowing he'd have to make a mistake at some point, just holds his position, sits like a turret, and just picks up the easy frag. Certainly precarious, no one's going to deny that. Arguably should have got that 2nd kill as well, but Snappy with a hell of a shot there, and prosus, a 3 versus 1 opportunity there, also tantalizingly low. But as I said, NertZ, he's playing very well indeed, holds his position and finds a 7th round for ENCE here. Big with the half buy, make it close once more, chipping away at that economy, but ENCE continue to find round after round. It's just number 4 that went in Big's favor, the first gun round, and we'll see if they can start to find some success here. Have they got a mantuu AWP though?
They could, and he has a good B spawn right now as well, so they have taken a timeout. There's been a big conversation. It doesn't look like they're going to set him up to pick over towards B, but in the last few rounds with ENCE taking all that space and executing in towards B, you have to stall that out. You need to maybe be a bit more aggressive towards that B lobby, because if Snappy can return to that end at any point, or maybe that's exactly what Snappy is hoping for as far as the CT defense goes. Now they can go pressure mid, pressure A a little bit more so. Doesn't have to all be just one-way traffic.
We haven't seen much action towards middle, so NertZ is going to be establishing control. They've got a bit of utility behind it as well. Maybe just trying to keep the CTs entertained on that side of the map here. Still very early on the round, and they're certainly going to inquire the further information. mantuu leading the probe towards middle, AWP in hand, and the timings could be disastrous for him. There is a T waiting in towards ladder room, but for now, they have confirmed that no one's close, tucked in on the left-hand side.
This is cheap for Madden. Fighting fire with fire. One way is on top of one way, as it is the wild game of A ramp. Feels like they are calling this one off. There's no commitment just yet, allowing SunPayus' AWP just to search, knowing unlikely that there'll be a B push considering how they've conditioned it in the last few rounds, and NertZ is actually joining the crew. So all 5 members from ENCE to execute towards this A bomb site as a unit.
Yeah, prosus is a real forward position, and he has been spotted out by Madden. A couple of taps out of that M4. He stands and doesn't deliver anything. 2 frags to the good from ENCE as they collapse into the A site.
Cruise control right now. This is looking like a comprehensive victory.
Do you think Anubis, they were a little bit sleeping after map 1, right? They were like, yeah, we're going to win this, it's okay.
I think maybe.
Because to be fair, you saw the frustrations creeping in a lot. I think what happened was they just went, had a mental reset, said, yo, we never should have dropped this map. We let it get out of our hands. Let's wake the hell up. We are ENCE. We're one of the best Counter-Strike teams in the world right now. Going against Big, who just upgraded a couple of members from the academy, brought mantuu back from free agency. We have so much more as a team. We're so much deeper. Look, that should have been the conversation. I'm sure it was, because this looks fantastic now. 8-1, half one, running away with it. Scheduling fans still upset, but
Well, there's barely been a duel that's gone in Big's favor.
True.
I can't recall an advantage they've had in this entire half. Not even come close to defusing a bomb, really. As we'll see mantuu at least save the AWP. We've said that a lot today, as Krimbo will join in with the M4 as well. Now, the problem is Krimbo, you know he's the B anchor, and he is very, very good at it. But unfortunately, it means you can avoid him and continue to punish his A bomb site. This time, a little bit of presence towards middle at the start. Keep mantuu entertain that side of the map while they had a very basic execution, more of a contact play, splitting in from short and the ramp and just hitting every single shot en route. They can't justify a full investment once again. Big will have another difficult round ahead of them here. It's all down to mantuu once again. I think he's towards elevators right now as he tries to listen out for sound cues. As tabseN setting up a little bit of utility, a flashbang for his teammate to swing from scaffold. That's about all he can do. Waiting for the call, the opportunity for a swing. And he's smoked off, so it might not be worth it. Yeah, call it off.
That's what he was waiting for. mantuu rewarded. Catches Madden crawling crane. Smoke, it might tempt prosus to... Oh, no. No. mantuu.
Just swiftly got the opening frag as well. We just said mantuu has to deliver here. They might still win the round, though. He didn't die for nothing. They're going to do this one for mantuu. Fight for him.
A blood sacrifice.
Oh, my God. If they actually end up winning the round, that's nuts.
Win
if they
it
lose
for me. He's still falling.
Yeah, it's about to touch boots on the ground.
I can't believe it.
I don't quite
I wish... Oh, we're not on this side of the room. We can't check out the reaction. I hope he caught him.
Oh, they whiffed the flash.
Oh, just the flash.
Oh, what a disaster.
He hits
and
everything.
now SunPayus, yeah, he doesn't really miss, does he? He's given him an opportunity here to close things out. He nails every single shot. That should be enough here. prosus is just 10 points of health. No kit, no utility. And it's mantuu after finding the opening pick. They're so close, and it begs the question, what would have happened if he could just stay on the map? Not in all of my years have I seen it go down in such an important time. Sure, it happens every now and then, but not in the heat of the moment like that. Not when you need them to survive.
Oh, we needed a bit of comedic relief in this series,
Here it
didn't
comes,
we?
here it comes.
No, go back
Flip
5
flops.
seconds. I need that Adam Sandler remote. What I don't know. All we can do is laugh.
Okay, at least it's not a death slam. Oh, God.
Is it better that it was a 8-1 as opposed to like, I don't know,
a close
15-14?
game. It's down to the wire.
I guess you're right. Yeah, like you kind of accepted it.
The game's already going bad. It's like, well,
Eagles and stuff. I mean, yeah.
Okay, but still, the worst possible time for that to happen. And mantuu not out of the heat of the action just yet. Takes a nade towards sandbags. We've got prosus fighting back. tabseN will join in. They've got the man advantage. The best opportunity they've had in some time here, but they're not out of the woods just yet. prosus with the push gets himself 3 kills in the round. Poor old NertZ loves to work middle on most maps, and he'll be left alone here. The bomb is down, and for now, just trying to cause some financial damage. Maybe a bit more. If he finds a couple of kills, he's got plenty of time. And in terms of utility, he's fully equipped. 2 flashes, a Molotov, and an HG, and behind enemy lines to some extent, but they will be expecting this because it's NertZ, I suppose.
Yeah, and especially with the bomb under their rule as well. There's no reason not to just have the nice tight setup. You can see SynT, sandbags, holding for this exact push.
Hasn't spotted him yet. tabseN and prosus are still not acknowledging this, so he has gotten across unnoticed. The up, the over, the head spotted. There's the first. Now, with 38 seconds left, 3 more to find. Is he just playing for damage? I imagine that's the new question.
It's going to be very hard to play for the
He
round.
Molotov's the bottom of the ramp.
Oh, how, Henry?
I'm trying to work out a world.
Miraculously.
Just a world.
He's better off just shooting them all.
The perfect
Smoke
Molotov.
on the molly.
Here it comes. So, that
He's
will
just playing
do.
for damage.
That will do something. Not much, but hang on.
Good damage.
Now he
Just
can't
run
fly.
away.
Has to go for it. Oh my God! He wouldn't, would he?
Just run away. It's over.
Yeah, I mean, just the ease by which NertZ approached that.
That's more damage than you could ever ask
Where's
for.
the AWP, he's saying? Where's the AWP?
Don't-
Where's the
yeah,
AWP?
please get the AWP.
SunPayus wants the AWP. And he
They
can't
didn't even.
find it.
Oh my God! Crimbo didn't get the AWP either, so he leaves with an M4. They had, what, four players potentially surviving that round. They leave with just one who doesn't get the sniper either. That's actually a bit of a hollow victory for Big.
And it might be fast as well. dycha just purchased into a MAC-10 when he could have bought up with the AK-47.
For reasons we already discussed. It's like one of the few teams that really exploit this sort of idea. Like knowing you got players like dycha who love pushing smokes and flashes. They thrive in the chaos. Why not punish the fact that their money's low on the big side? Sure, they have rifles, but 3 players have our helmets once again. If dycha can thread the needle, you never know. Tapson trying to do the same here behind the smoke. It's tense. He'll actually be spotted falling back, and SunPayus will take care of him.
Very well done by SunPayus.
He always knows, man. He's always one step ahead. It's crazy.
He has really been in some flying form as of late. And I think that he's such a catalyst to this team alongside of NertZ, because it means that Snappy just doesn't always have to call out of the playbook.
We haven't seen the star level in the grand finals. That's the problem. That's when he does drop off in form. Like he's still good, he's still great, but he doesn't have that X factor we normally see.
It feels like the team as a whole, right? With that same conversation. If SunPayus can do this in a grand final, you get the best dycha. He does it in a grand final. Then you're starting to get well, they already are considered, one of the best teams in the world. But
one injury, that's we know.
Forgot that's his thing. Wow.
Mantuu has to walk past that now.
They know the B exec's coming again. No smoke for Crimbo this time round.
See if that Crimbo B anchor can tip the scales. He certainly is, Henry. With 1 and 2, he's done a lot there. That was that threatening MAC-10 starting to pick up pace.
Yeah. Once it was into action, you're in a lot of trouble. It's Sin who could be as well. It's a fumble spray, but recovered by NertZ. Another 1 versus 1 here. prosus trying to deliver once again up against the old master, Snappy. 20 seconds remaining, scrambling to find the bomb here, recovers it. And like we said, time is low. prosus is thinking he might be going back to A. He's got a very passive hold here. Fake plant. Snappy's assuming he's closer. He gives prosus a chance to reposition here. Doesn't commit to the swing just yet, but he knows he's got the advantage if he can find the timing.
Oh, he saw him, takes the fight, Snappy goes down, frustrations visible, but victory is prosus, and he's been thrust into quite a few of these scenarios in this game.
He's been making a bit of a name for himself. He's doing a great job in these tough situations against teams that are much better than what his resume would show. A player like him get a promotion from the academy team. Obviously, we've had Sin, hyped, a whole bunch of names from Big's Academy once upon a time getting opportunities. Snappy very frustrated with that one, and I think that it was well played from prosus in the sense that he didn't take the risk. He let Snappy make the next move. He backed all the way off, said, Snappy, you can play. I'm not just going to give you the kill.
He always plays himself right with the fake plant. He knows at this point I've got plenty of time to reposition and gain control of the situation, which he does to a tremendous degree. And that might raise morale here, rally the troops within Big. Lord knows they need it. It's half not over yet. They can still finish 9-6, which would be considered a victory in its own right, recovering this half. But that's if they get there. Once again, the MAC-10's out and about. It's dycha to try and strike through the smoke. He is such a master at pushing through the utility. Once again, takes down Sin. The opening kill goes in favor of ENCE.
Sin's going to be salty as hell because Crimbo was looking directly down for that on the smoke play, because what they did was the smoke turns it into 2 options, 2 avenues to enter in towards the B lobby. They thought they had it covered.
They're just accelerating now.
Here he comes.
Snappy down to Crimbo, holding onto his site as far as this one goes. It looks like ENCE are backing away.
Yeah, there just was limp on the commitment, right? Snappy runs all the way and dies. Nobody else really took the space.
Maybe re-exec now.
Everybody on this side of the map.
Yeah.
Fight Club.
A brawl. SunPayus. He's been finding impact, but he will have to do it without dycha. Crimbo makes it good. Oh, and Tapson builds upon it. Still SunPayus and Madden head-to-head against 2. prosus, a big contribution, a crucial frag, his 13th, and there's another up to 14, Big up to 4. Got B hyping up the boys. That's Big's hopes of a quarterfinal kept afloat by prosus.
Yeah, that's more like it. Starting to win some of these duels now. Starting to come out on top in the clutches, holding their nerve right down to the wire. But it's Big coming out on top 2 rounds in a row here. Crimbo delivering once again in the B bomb site, setting up the youngsters. prosus mowing 2 down. as he repositions very well through the smoke as well. And now finally feeling the financial burn. It's going to be a timeout here for ENCE as they recalibrate, work out how they're going to operate going forward. It's not as pretty as it once was. They've got a single AK in the hands of dycha. They are going to buy into this round. It's a little for SunPayus and Tech9s and Deagles otherwise here. So Big do have a chance to recover this half and find 6 rounds.
Well, you can see that there may be a huge momentum shift going into the halftime break because Big will now be dealing with 2 rounds back-to-back that are a bit more hodgepodge, right?
Yep.
You mentioned the purchase of Henry. Well, this is the state of the nation for ENCE for the next 2 rounds. So if Big are able to get 6 on the half, they're going to be extremely confident. A 2-minute break, an opportunity to calm on down, get into the second half, win the pistol, and we're back on like Donkey Kong, the opportunity to tie things up 9-9. So let's see. To the Germans, they won the basketball today. Can they win the counter?
I didn't know they were a basketball nation.
No, me either. I'll be completely honest. I don't watch any normie sports.
Towards the 8th round we go then, as per tradition. Grenades exchange, shot through the smoke, no damage inflicted yet, but still lots of territory garnered for ENCE. The first headshot in their favor as well. It's mantuu holding strong toward the sandbags, trying to reposition and uses the smoke to get away.
Massive. Just as that molly was leaving the fingertips of SunPayus as well. So they got that man advantage. And SunPayus, he's going to try and be the brutal way in. Sin jiggling around on an MP9. You think it's best suited to this task. That elevated position of tabseN as well, going to be very difficult to pre-aim. Right side smoke. And go. Still, that elevated position. That's the tabseN first. Just nicely, Sin shuts him down, but NertZ is in to win the round. He's already gotten himself a triple kill. Crimbo, though, just walking on in, jumping on in, and NertZ with the last bullet in the AK clutches up for the quad kill.
Oh, that's a NertZ special right there. 2 bullets left in the magazine, and they're absolutely dead on, reading the play to perfection. It looked like it was a done deal on the A-bomb side, but NertZ with his signature spray connecting the dots. That is such a beautiful sequence. Like I said, a couple of bullets remaining, and he couldn't have played it any better if he tried. Final round, as we see Big now struggling with just the SMGs, a pistol, and the FAMAS.
So much for that momentum shift.
Yeah, right.
NertZ happened. And prosus, he's just ran straight down the ramp into NertZ. Not going to happen again, but if he feels like his teammates have done a lot of the heavy lifting. With Snappy's double on that MAC-10 again, we witnessed them using them to great effect. Madden using his to find Sin. And they're going to leave this half with 11 rounds. Big Clan, after taking an ENCE's map pick, coming all the way to this 3rd map, but it seems like ENCE really have shaken off any of that residue that the 2nd map may have caused.
Going through the motions here. Let's just get it over with, shall we?
Crimbo, I know that the HLTV start page will look a whole lot better with a couple more kills, mate, but would you get us to the halftime break, mate?
Could you? Well, it's a pretty FAMAS. Haven't seen that one up close. There you go. 11-4. ENCE 5 away from the quarterfinals. Big Clan, they're up the creek without the paddle. Join us after the break.
shot. 3 kills from the captain. What's up, you Counter-Strike mother lovers? We are here for the third and final map between ENCE and Big. The scoreline is currently 11-4 in favor of the international squad, who are looking on course for a quarterfinal berth here. Just 5 more rounds will do it, but Big, a slight resurgence there towards the end. Not all is lost. 4 will do in some cases, and we'll see if they can win the T-side pistol, boys.
They've had NertZ show up here at map number 3. SunPayus still up to his usual tricks, but NertZ taking a page out of Owner Pixel's book, Vertigo Global right now. Let's see how quick ENCE can close things down. 7
guns on the CT pistol. Love to see that. The gunslingers.
Both are perfectly placed. There's
not enough room for both of us. Crimbo. Nice work. Tamsin builds upon it. Madden's going to be totally overlooked. Oh, it's horrible for the boys of Big Clan as they get mowed down. And ENCE now only need the 4.
I'm sorry, but that's a hard counter. How are you running that as your pistol round and they have 3 to 4 players already in mid? They know what's coming. This is over. Big have been read like a children's book here on Vertigo, and as far as they are in their development, that's fine, right? But this is ENCE showing their class not only with the individuals, but also with their prep and homework. If you're going to have 2 pairs of Julie towards middle like that, that's telling that there's something you've seen in the demos.
And it's a freebie coming up next. Unfortunately, it's a full eco. So 13-4, call that one chalked up. And we're going to see the guns in the next round here. So just a matter of ENCE can keep it clean. Try and keep all 5 players alive.
Yeah, a lot of teams have been inspired by G2's pistols. That's always a team at the tip of their tongue.
Which is called by Hunter.
Interestingly enough, right? Like a different person gets... Like it's kind of a cool idea as a pro player, I can imagine.
One of the few rounds where like you kind of decided what you're doing from the get-go, right? Like everyone knows what's the pistol we're running. And you normally have a few options, of course, but there'll be set pieces from the get-go. You know how you'll be operating in them, what grenades you'll be purchasing. They're quite specific. It's unique in that sense to other rounds available.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
Is that like a vocal warm-up?
I thought it was
New York.
That's it. Okay, it's not a tongue twister.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Oh, there we are again.
Peppers.
Pickle TV.
Right,
How many is he getting here, dycha? Actually, only the 1. So good work so far, getting themselves this pack of mosquitoes, poking, prodding, connecting. Crimbo's deagle works nicely into the body of NertZ.
Considering the circumstances of the investment, this is actually already above and beyond what I was expecting to see them get.
Ooh, bomb just beautifully balanced there.
Isn't that odd? I've never seen that before.
Oh, no.
That's odd, too.
Should be fine, but a lot more expensive than I was anticipating. Bear in mind, this was Glocks, 1 deagle, no Kevlar, no nades, and it's down to a 2 versus 1. A round Sin won't win, but maybe there's a few more twists and turns. Snappy says no. Solid hold in the end, but still, it's going to be the AKs, bear in mind, coming out next. So ENCE, they do give this round up. There is a slight window of opportunity for Big to leap through and maybe post a few rounds in a row. They'll have the AK-47s and more players jumping off the side of the building. The bomb goes off. It does come back, usually to the position you dropped it on.
Just quickly, official word coming in from Twitch chat. Nandkishorakala says, bro, 128 tick in CS2 is literally identical to 64 tick. The human brain literally cannot tell the difference. There is more delay between your brain and finger than there is between 64 and 128 tick. So that's the knowledge bomb that's been dropped right here.
SunPayus.
SunPayus
got himself a kill.
Listen to Rush just stirring the pot.
I love it. I loved your segment earlier with Rush.
Just listen to Rush bitch and moan.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, you know, Rush. One of the things Rush does really well is bitch and moan.
Yeah, he's great at it. One of the best in the world.
Honestly, best in slot.
All right, settle down.
Yeah, Snappy should too, because he's gone wide for the fight and 1 back from Crip. Oh God, Snappy just wants it done. He's got a reservation to make.
Bro, I'm pressing buttons, man. I can't turn it. I can't. I've only got 2 hands.
Listen, think about the viewer.
Anyway, now prosus. This is a very winnable round. It's a 2v4. We've seen a lot of 2v4s go all sorts of ways recently. prosus picks up the bomb. Crimbo, far away. And the CTs, they need to rethink about what's going on right now. They could be walking into B. They have no idea. So here they go. Back at it.
How do you feel about 6 right now?
6? 6 is chilling.
Oh,
and
okay.
Now
Sorry.
Oh, you're backwards,
Sorry, how do you feel about 1 right now?
1's looking good, man. If anyone's going to do it, I think it is 1. Crimbo a little bit far ahead, though. Smokes are coming in. Oh, they're going contact here. Now this setup, it is quite nice though. This angle is pretty dirty. It should just catch one up, but Crimbo, you might spot one over the boost here. Oh, playing perfectly. I even get baited, and what a play.
Wow. That is top tier stuff. You guys don't realize, everybody at home, you don't realize, you don't get that anywhere else. Literally, you don't get that anywhere else other than here at ESL Pro League. That's a Rush League exclusive. So
Pure.
Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to subscribe to Rush, what's your OnlyFans link?
What you just said, but then .com and then Rushly123456.
Okay. So he's got lots of content on there that you guys might be interested in.
Go there to see his bump mines, his danger zone, if you will.
It's all filthy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. And we'll see if Big have got anything left to say. Their pistols are in hand.
Ooh.
They're not all in, but tabseN is forcing the issue. Snapping will be dropped, but the rifle can't be recovered here. Doing everything he can to deny access, it will be Madden. I think he has actually gained control of short once more. Flashbang's over, and so the kill doesn't hurt too much here. They didn't at least give the rifle over, so back in towards B we go.
Yeah, it was funny to see tabseN go for that one. I think he just wishes he had those stretch arms, strong arms. Get a little bit of extra reach, but he does still get away. That advantage, at least mathematically, still existing, a 5 versus 4. Smattering of Kevlar. dycha the Bianca to be tested. Oh, he's been caught pulling the pin on that smoke. Sin pushing through, and from behind, tabseN strikes. Big Clan have managed to make this one work, as we've seen throughout this series that they can make it work on these half buys, these more moderate investments.
This is the thing, this is the team in its fledgling state. So I believe there'll be a lot of progression for some of these younger guns. Crimbo has really come into his own, right? He's definitely been one of the better members of Big for some time now. But you're seeing him be more and more confident, and especially with the way that he talks to us and in the cast and everything, which is great. I think that also translates in the server. Prosus has done, I think, great guns in some of these clutchy or more impact rounds today. Sin is somebody who we haven't seen an awful lot from throughout today's matchup. tabseN still being able to deliver. Mantoo's had his moments as well. So this is just the early stages of this team. So there's I imagine there's going to be a long on-ramp for them. CS2 coming as well will buy the 5 a bit more time to be able to integrate and find out where they want to be. So I think this has been a good showing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, playoffs already in the bag. You're 2-0 heroic. And yeah, they'll be coming back in week 5 go to make this one competitive. 14-5. A-ramp control for ENCE. They've still got a relatively strong buy. In terms of firepower, you can see dycha is on the AWP, in fact, and he has no armor to speak of. So it's a weird round here for ENCE. And dycha's making it work.
Very nice. Just the start-ins we're hoping for.
Absolutely. Yeah, braving that. That's risky.
Oh, isn't that smoke usually just a no-go for most?
Most people, if you're up close to it already, when it gets deployed, it's okay to hang around because it's less likely they'll get the visibility. But felt like he was transitioning up. So this is another man disadvantage scenario now. 3v5. And ENCE might get caught off here, but Snappy on the jiggle. He can always throw that defensive smoke. They can push in towards short. I think the writing's on the wall of this one.
Well, you never know, Chad. There's always a chance. When there's a will, there's a way. All the tropes you could ask for, as prosus does continue his strong form here. Does pull one back at least. Smoke's being deployed as well. They have to commit to the plan, but it's a fake for now. Madden gets the better of prosus. And Crimbo, after a task of planting at C4, nice. But he needs a bit of backup. mantuu providing it. Is there another kill available? Apparently there is. 2-on-2. Bomb should be planted. dycha can't deny just yet. And bear in mind, he has no Kevlar as well. So this one has flipped on its head, and they might even have the advantage.
They're both trying to slip away short. mantoo's going to have to do a lot with this AWP now. Oh, mantuu is the only one left. He hits them both. dycha tries to brave the cross, but the AWP precise as Big Clan secure a 6th by virtue of the AWP.
I think mantuu just proved who's the better Polish AWP out of him and dycha, not the AWP at all for ENCE right there. So good shooting from mantuu. And the fact that they built back into this round, we were just talking about the fact for Big it was 3 versus 5. And yeah, not relinquishing control, not dropping back, staying stoic was mantuu, hitting a necessary shot, not letting the round play out, just getting it done with the bullets. Good stuff.
Yeah, ice cold from mantuu. Enjoyed that. Full eco for ENCE, and now opens up a few more possibilities as they take control of middle, contact play. Tabson leading the charge towards the short position here at the ramp as well, but he goes down. That does offer up a rifle, so it might have to be a finish elsewhere. Crimbo going to be locking off rotations in towards elevators, trying to catch his remaining CTs. Round should be theirs. We only have one player in towards the B bomb. That is going to be NertZ, and he's gone down. So, like we said, Crimbo and Sin working in tandem here. Madden might be able to convert this kill. It's a difficult one, though, with the USP in the back. He's rumbled now and still comes out on top. So, Eco doesn't go in their favor, but they get a couple of frags. That will do.
In those ecos, this is where I wanted us to have like a timer, and I guess the timer would be when the first action comes in and we do silly things in those moments. Like, for example, do you guys know the game Chubby Bunnies, where you're putting as many marshmallows in your mouth as possible? Not great for commentary, I'd imagine.
You put what in your mouth?
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. I really hate them. Is there an alternative?
Well, you would just sit that one out,
Okay, so I think I'd actually be sick. Like,
Yeah,
the thought of it makes me feel
12 marshmallows
They are
into your
very
mouth.
sickly, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is a marshmallow.
It's the texture I don't like, the taste, pretty much everything. And they're just...
They're good in s'mores.
Yeah, melted, not too bad. I
Real.
can get on board with that.
Yo, look at dycha. He knows he's got one isolated, and prosus is completely unprepared for that one. Forward starts from dycha, delivers the double. Awkward for Tabson. Still hits a banging shot onto Snappy. Trying to perhaps turn up the momentum on towards this A side, trying to isolate the AWPer.
Oh, come on, Tabson.
Those
Could
old
have a
knees.
nade with his name on it.
That's a perfect nade. He was just getting the trajectory right. Almost max damage HE right there.
What is the confirmed max damage? I know it's about 50, 55, 60 maybe. Do we know exactly?
3 clicks Philip could probably help us out with that. We'll get
So
him.
I always claim, oh, it's a max damage grenade. I have no idea what the max damage is. I know it's about 58 maybe, I would guess.
That's a good guess. Yeah, I was going to say something like that.
Well, that just did 57, right? SunPayus was on full
And
HP.
you said max
57,
damage,
he
yeah.
was right next
in the
to
right
it.
ballpark, I suppose. If anyone knows in chat, let me know. I want you to show your workings as well, like maybe provide a bit of context.
Yeah.
And that's your challenge.
We'll be checking your homework later today.
So this is pretty standard from ENCE. They do this quite often. When they leave dycha as the B anchor and they gamble towards A, he has to worry about mid and B, but he has to give up one of the two, right? And dycha's usually very good at this. So it's not necessarily about him getting a kill, but it's about him relaying the information, still holding onto a powerful position so that his teammates can rotate in for the retake. But no util, no kit, big problems, and well, there you go. Bomb loose.
As easy as that for dycha, just spamming the smoke. Time was so sensitive, they had to push on that. And now, yeah, nothing for Crimbo here. He'll only get the one, so it looks like ENCE sailing to this quarterfinal now. Just a single round is all they need, and Big Clan right now, they're scrounging for scraps.
Yeah, well, at this point, they'll need 8 rounds in a row. dycha, confident as ever, pushing the B steps, finding multiple kills here, forcing them into more and more fights, and then just falls apart at the B bomb site here. And we're looking into the chat. Apparently, everyone's just typing 69. I think that's
funny.
Maybe a joke.
Yeah, that's a funny number, that one.
One of the funnier numbers.
Yeah, that
isn't
one
it?
gets them going.
69, 69, 69.
And they're all sitting there going, hee hee ha ha.
That's the
We
sex
got
No
it.
one's saying anything else but 69 or 420.
You've set them off, Henry. You've tickled their pickle.
Oh, hold on. Someone's coming. It's 57 with hitting the nade on body. 58/59. Oh, I missed it. Okay.
Could that be to do with Kevlar?
Yeah,
There's
perhaps.
probably a caveat in there.
Or actually getting the impact of the grenade.
98 without armor, 57 with.
So it was a max damage nade last
Now, there it is. It was accurate information. You love to see it. That's what we try and provide here.
Crowdsourced.
Yeah, it's like crowdsourced.
Crowdsourced insight.
Maybe accurate information. We're not quite sure, but it sounds pretty good to me. He typed it with some authority.
He did, yeah. There was an air of authority.
The anonymous
to the
individual in
text.
the Twitch chat spamming.
Yeah, he actually used a proper grammar and everything. So
Yeah,
this
the
guy's
comma
a
is-
smart dude. I'll take his word for it. Don't see grammar very often.
Yeah, you wait till he whips out his semicolons. That's when you know he's a
Exactly.
real smart cookie.
But lads, is this the game? 3-on-3. Bomb heading over towards B. ENCE to lock themselves in. dycha, first contact taken. Bomb loose once more.
Really not clean for the remaining two. prosus and Sin, two of the newer names. Trying to extend play. Madden a good hard clear. It's up to Sin. A quiet game on Vertigo. The first of the clutch is in. The second, not and Sin secures it with the clutch.
And play continues. It looked like it was absolutely done, dusted, as Big had a 3 versus 1 scenario, but the huge spray down comes through. And they managed to make it work once again. Round number 24 will be a bit of a gimme as well. Here's the replay of Sin. He didn't look like he had any grounds to win that whatsoever.
You see Snappy there, he's annoyed. It looks like it's a hot summer's day and the flies won't leave him alone. It's like, this isn't going to kill me, but you're bothering me right now. I'd love to be done with this.
I thought it was done. I was already thinking about taking out my ear cups and having a nice day. With a quarterfinal in the bag now. Hang on, dycha.
Looking to say, see ya.
Yeah. There's no way they're going to check him. That's a real catch from dycha.
Oh, not like this.
Yeah, no, most definitely. It can't be like this. Oh, he's even dinked mantuu. Prosus is in a real nice power position, though, right? Like, by being this far forward. Oh, and with nade damage like that to 2 members. There's not much more that's threatening in this one. SunPayus has a Desert Eagle. He's bringing it stairs. Mantuu's holding nicely with that Galil.
How's the whole series look for the Pius? He's just been
Oh yeah, it's
brilliant,
huge.
hasn't he? So having a look from maps 1 and 2, the combination, he was plus 28 with the 2 first maps combined. So on Ancient, he had 20. He was 26 for 8. On Anubis, he was 33 for 23, and then right now, 22 for 15. So Pius has woken up on the right side of the bed today.
Oh yes, indeed.
One of my favorite fruits, the Pius.
And we've got...
I think it's a papaya.
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 You like a papaya?
No, I don't, but I was just trying to do something with his name. Yeah, I don't really like fruit at all.
What about pear? I think pear is one of the worst fruits.
Pear's like an old person's apple.
It is. It is. That's what I'd be saying.
Because it's softer.
It's softer, and there's just something about the flavor. It's just mid. You know, if you'll pardon my zoomerism.
Have either of you ever had a nashi pear?
Don't even know what it is, so
I'll show you.
Well, after your ladyfinger banana play.
Yeah, so this is back. I used to work for any Aussies watching back in Woolworths in Australia in the produce department as a manager. So I learned a little bit about the fruits and vegetables of the world. Now the nashi pear, shaped more like an apple, has a bit more bite like an apple, not the soft nature of a pear.
A bit of a crunch to it.
But it tastes like a pear.
Maybe that's the pears we need.
So you could try a nashi pear if you were interested.
Maybe we could organise it as a segment.
Yeah.
Bring in all the different types of pears available.
Pears.
It probably would fly around here, to be honest. No one would really mind.
I'd like to try the mini bananas as well.
Yeah, bring in mini bananas,
get a durian
crunchy
in
pears, and what else?
A durian. Is it a stinky one?
Yeah, they smell terrible.
Dare to bring that into the studio. I'm sure that would go down like a lead balloon.
Big Clan fighting for survival here, and it's a mid-rush. You don't see many of these on Vertigo, let me tell you. Madden plays defensively, drops the incendiary, just trying to buy some time here as they help themselves towards CT spawn. Madden plays it well, but Tabson even better, preempts the shot, and he finds the advantage once again. Now, they don't have to fully commit, but they've done so well with the utility, so much space garnered, but 2 players residing within this B bomb site. dycha, the first line of defense.
He is going to be cleared out. Nice work from Prosus. Good awareness as to the potential. And there's more from Tabson. What a fantastic call. See how it's caught and completely off guard. And now they are just desperately hiding, hoping to be overlooked. NertZ towards the B stairs. The bomb's planted on that B site. SunPayus is up in the elevators now, noted as he takes down Sin.
He won't be ready for Tabson. If he knew about this Tabson play, it gets that in. Maybe NertZ can activate, but you can see it will just be a 1-on-4 scenario for poor NertZ here. Another round will be extended. It is going to be up to 15 to 10, and NertZ might lose it all. Has found himself a bit of a gap here. That's not a bad kill. An upgrade to an AK short. But this is it still a matter of time game? How many more do we need from Big before we think this could go overtime?
I think this 10 now, I feel like.
The double-digit rule.
Yeah, well, that's the old classic. It's the best metric we've got in this scenario. There's not that much information on this science, but I would say about now is the point of panic if you're ENCE. The money's in the bin. You might be forced into some sort of investment here because you saved the AK-47, just trying to get it done and dusted, but we'll see if they take a timeout first. Yeah, double digits is normally where the wheels could fall off. Sorry.
No, the wheels aren't falling off. It has been a long day.
Kind of giving up on me.
You gave it some sauce with my introduction.
I think that's what did it. Honestly, I regret that. I don't know if you called Alex. I screamed like Chad Birchall's introduction, like UFC style, like, fighting from Bird. And I went way too hard.
And then I lost, so I let it
wasn't even that funny, and I just the payoff didn't really land.
I
So-
know you're frying the vocal cords.
Yeah,
a
like
little
went
bit.
as loud as I possibly could. I was shrieking it and paying the price, it would seem.
Harry thought it was fun.
Harry liked
Yeah, you liked it?
Harry
Okay,
liked
maybe
it.
it was worth it then.
It was definitely worth it.
Thank you for that, Harry. He's been very kind to me. He's my new best friend.
Yes, I heard.
We
Well,
kind of
he is
announced
looking,
it this
he
tournament.
has been looking to replace Hugo for some time now.
Well, yeah.
So we know there's some similarities between the two of you.
Yeah, you guys literally fun.
Yeah, I know. Why else am I saying that? we got the whole squad here. Freya not too far away either.
Everyone's just here to have a good time, and well, Big Clan, they need 5 if they really want to be celebrating.
Upgraded into an AWP for the Pius here.
That's a lot of information from dycha as he's called no one watching.
There's a gaggle of it. Dinko's come over. We've got everybody here for the close. This is
A
an exciting
gaggle of
matchup.
casters.
Yeah, what would be the collective for casters?
Clowns.
Yeah, what are clowns of casters?
The clowns of casters. We'll work on it.
A circus of casters?
Circus,
that's
bad, yeah.
Keep cooking.
NertZ, look at the angle he's used there. Taps and overlooks it completely. Opening frag found. Is this where it works? Is this the close? A big investment. SunPayus is all pride and joy connecting. A 4 versus 3 now.
This is actually looking quite uncomfortable. The open plant as well. NertZ reacted. No! It actually works out. It was all a ruse, but still, the action continues.
Baby!
Here. 2 versus 1. SunPayus would have to go above and beyond. He's got no kit. Doesn't land the shot. It's all over. Surely he has one more opportunity to try and find that kill towards Sandbags. It's not going to happen. Running out of time, running out of space, and he knows it as well. Oh no, the plant there. Do you think that was intentional, Chad? That you actually thought, if I plant here, he'll pre-fire elsewhere?
I think he's worried about maybe the wall bang or something there. That's insane, though. The jump up from NertZ just so tunnel vision to deal with that planter. It potentially cost, well, I don't want to say it cost them the round because they lost the side, but that was a Hail Mary attempt.
At the very least, right?
Yeah, that is wild. Okay, well now, yeah, we're back in the conversation of this potentially being an overtime.
I'm loving the tenacity out of prosus. I mean, he got 4 in that round. Yeah, Godby's going to give him an extra special pat on the back. This is the highlight reel from prosus. Catching that NertZ push, you can see the angle he was holding.
He couldn't believe it himself. Like, it took him like a split second to readjust and realize what was going on there. Because you would just assume the default plan in that sort of scenario would be a given. But no, and the action continues here. 4 rounds now. It's very possible. That was the half investment, bear in mind. And still to have a double AWP set up here. SunPayus and NertZ operating with the big green.
They're digging themselves a deep hole with double AWP.
Yeah, you're right, and that's a lot of damage.
Nice.
Adam recovers it though, trying to stay alive here. And back towards middle we go. Big have given this area a lot more attention than ENCE did.
Yeah, they were really gunning for that Madden frag, but the fact that he goes forward into the flames to find the angle, impressive work to try and pull ENCE that opener. He's done so. Mid, a question mark right now. Oh, not anymore, it isn't Madden. Throws caution to the wind, pushing the smoke. Crimbo only the one. NertZ, he's missed an AWP shot here. They are teasing him, they're playing with him, Henry. NertZ still takes 1 on the AWP.
Yeah, he's actually done very well there. He was out of position, surrounded, and now it comes down to the 3 versus 2, going for an open plan. dycha could deny it all, but it's an awkward shot. He can't deliver it, and now they've evened the playing field. Still haven't planted, however, and the CTs have no utility. It's scrappy as you like to try and take the game here. 1 versus 1, SunPayus with 1 more bullet. He could close it all out here, and it will be ENCE to find victory here on Vertigo and book themselves a place in the quarterfinals.
Came to Malta to lock themselves in for the playoffs, and they've been able to do so. The top spot of Group B goes to ENCE. The quarterfinals locked in, but it has to be said, SunPayus today really came to play some top-notch counters.